Angel Snow, welcome back to eTown.
Thank
so
you so
good to
much
see
for
you, good to
having
hear
me.
you. Play some new songs.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's been a minute. So I released Magnetic, I guess it was in 2015.
you're asking the wrong person.
No, I'm asking myself. So
I think it
when
was
I was here,
7
it
or
must have
8
been-
years ago.
Okay.
When you were here last.
Okay.
That's my recollection.
Okay.
It's funny, when I was talking to Roger Flynn about these Western spaces and the landscapes and the sacred land and all the precious places, I remembered that you used to work at Yellowstone and you worked at Yosemite.
Yes.
And you went from Tennessee out west, and what was that all about? Well, how did that happen?
Well, I graduated high school and I was just ready to get out of that little small town. It's called Chickamauga, Georgia. That's where I'm originally from. I love that city, but I was just ready to leave when I was 18. And I went to college, and during the summer, I just thought I would just head out west. And I got a job at Yellowstone working as a server.
How'd you get there?
I took a Greyhound bus.
Greyhound bus.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to have the experience and see the...
Really, you're the only person I ever know who
Yeah.
really wanted to be on a Greyhound
Yeah,
bus.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was really ready to get out of there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And
but
then
it was
when
an amazing experience. I went to Yosemite too, and I loved it out there.
And what was your job? You were just like working for the Parks Department, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I worked for the park. I worked at Canyon Village, so I worked as a server in the cafeteria, and then I worked in Lake Hotel as a server in one of the restaurants there.
But you're suddenly in this little posse of all these young people, and you're in this incredible landscape, and you're going out and hiking and camping and doing stuff.
That's what we were doing, the Grand Tetons. So we went everywhere. Went to Jackson Hole on the weekends and loved that. And
did you do anything dangerous in nature, like find yourselves surrounded by grizzly bears or bull
well, there were
moose?
bears that stole food from my little tent. I had a tent,
wow.
and we had like a safe place to put food right outside our tent, and we would keep everything locked up. But there was one night that I didn't lock my food back up when I went to work, and all of my food was missing.
Yeah.
So that was devastating. And so we just had to, work another day to afford to get some food the next day.
It's funny because I think about, the West is so romantic for so many people, and it has been for so long. And it's kind of a quest, it's like, well, I'm going to find some version of myself that I can't find elsewhere. And I know you were a psychology student in college, and there is this idea about changing the sort of location and having in some kind of geographical purge where you're going to emerge as your new self. Did you sort of imagine that would happen to you?
I was hoping that would happen to me. I feel like Wyoming was the first place that I really felt truly alive. And that was sort of when my songs started sort of presenting themselves to me. Coals and Water when I was 18, that was kind of one of the first ones that I started to think, oh, maybe I have a knack for this, and I might be able to complete a song with these 3 chords that I know on the guitar. So I think just living out there and the location and the mountains and everything was just inspired me, and I grew up. I think that was that was really what I wanted to do after I graduated. Was just I was ready to experience new things and figure out who I was. And
was it a summer or was it a proper gap year, or how long did you do your little walkabout?
It was, the first summer, it was from May until September, and then I was out there from May until October the following summer. Yosemite, I stayed, I think, until November.
Yeah. So and each time you went, you had more songs to play. And I imagine, just from my own experience, when I'm, a teenager around other teenagers and we're doing social things, especially in beautiful places, people bring out a guitar and there's music played around a campfire or whatever.
Definitely.
Did you do that stuff? Yeah.
Yes, we did. And with Rainier, we interacted, and I mean there were people from all over the world speaking different languages, and so it was just really it was an eye-opening experience to have that and just learn about so many different people and their personalities and where they come from.
And all of whom were dumbstruck by the landscape, because that's the thing you can share. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we talked before last time you were here about your meeting Alison Krauss and how her brother Victor was your record producer for your first 2 records, and you got just right into this lovely stream of this flow of creativity in Nashville, and now you're back in Georgia.
I'm back in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're fixing up an old house, and you got married.
I got married. Yeah, COVID
Since we saw
really,
you last, yeah, this is big stuff.
It's huge stuff. Yeah, I mean, being in Nashville for so many years and just like constantly on my toes and having to be places every single day and you know, trying to do that whole the social aspect of it, I struggle with, obviously. My have interviews, I'm just kind of like, trying to find the right words, but I'm trying to just put
You're
my
doing
emotions
great.
into it. And I think the mic keeps kind of going down, but I'm trying to hold my dress up and let's just be real, y'all, is what's happening. So yes, COVID. Yeah, that really kind of, I learned that I've learned a lot from Nashville, so I really feel like that you know, something different was knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And I met, I reunited with my husband, who I met in high school. We didn't know each other. I just knew of him. I was just like, oh, there's that guy. And then after a few years later, we you know, we reconnected and got to know each other, and we got married. And he happens to be from my hometown, and so we got married in 2022. And it's just, and we've renovated my grandparents' house that was built in 1867.
Wow.
So that's been a really amazing experience.
Wow.
So yes, some songs have come
Yeah.
out of that as well.
You know, Roger was talking about wherever you are, if you're connected to the land, if you're connected to the place, you have a deeper connection. You're going to defend it. You're going to work for it. And now you're in this multi-generational house that's
Yes.
been in your family for a long time, and you're fixing it up with your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, now that you're married, is it harder to write a song when you're happy and loved?
It's definitely harder to write a song. But I mean, he inspires me every day.
Okay,
and,
all right.
And like I told you guys, for him to go back and forth with the Steel Drivers and the Rocky soundtrack, I just love it.
That's
so
cool.
I'm just so glad that it's worked out tonight and that we've gotten to actually meet them in person. So
Yeah. Well, that whole North Georgia, Chattanooga area is kind of cool. It's kind of booming a little bit. You know,
It is
Chattanooga's kind of
growing.
waking up, and they were one of the towns that brought in high-speed internet and gave it away for free to everybody and attracted a lot of businesses. And it's cool. I'm going to be there in a month, I
yeah,
guess.
that's IBMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
And you're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Was that something I shouldn't have mentioned?
No, it's fine. Totally fine.
This guy right here, Hall of Famer.
Yes.
How amazing is that? Tell me about what that feels like.
Being a Hall of Famer in the bluegrass world, you know, it's an incredible honor, and it's also just dumb luck and longevity.
Oh, dumb luck.
Well, okay. Well, what I mean by that is that I happened to meet 3 other musicians, and when I was 22, and we got in a band that where each of us had a really unique role to play and a really unique voice to share, and the combination was greater than the sum of the parts. And we sounded like ourselves, and we worked really, really hard and made a bunch of records
Obviously.
and did all the things.
Yes.
So yeah, that part is not at all is a natural evolution of what happened. The part that's weird is that I'm from New York, and I wasn't particularly interested in bluegrass music as a young musician. I wasn't focused in that way. I was playing other things. And so it feels like a great gift and a surprise and an honor, you know.
Absolutely.
And I also got to hang around and meet all the people, right? I met all
of them.
Yeah, Bill Monroe and Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs and
Yeah.
Ralph Stanley and all the, you know, I was hung around all those people, which was cool. Doc Watson and John Hartford, so many. But
So
yeah, I'm a lucky guy. That's another story. But
I wanted to know about the other music that you were pursuing at the time, but we can talk about that at another point. But were you like in punk rock bands and that kind of thing?
When you get your own radio show, Angel, I'll come and talk on your show.
All right, I'm putting it on the calendar.
All right, it's coming. Last thing I was going to ask you about is you made a record of Tom Waits songs.
Yes.
So is that one of your, do you have a short list of like hero songwriters and he's at the top?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
His songs have just been a huge part of my inspiration and his storytelling, and the way that he can be so emotive and the way he sings a song. Has always been something that I've just tried to educate myself.
Yeah. Talk about Chris Stapleton having a gravelly voice. Tom Waits had a really gravelly.
Slightly. It took a minute for me to warm up to him.
Yeah.
But after a minute, I listened to a friend of mine, Matthew Perriman Jones. He covered "Take It With Me," and when I first heard that song, that was when I was like,
you're hooked.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, listen, I love the fact that you're open-minded, you're discovering, you're recalibrating, making different songs your own and writing your own songs and still doing it. Someday we're gonna. I was confused and I thought that Chickamauga was in Tennessee for a minute, but of course it's in Georgia. So forgive me for getting that wrong.
It's about 20 minutes south of Chattanooga, right on the border.
It's
so
close. Yeah. But maybe someday I'll swing by and say hello.
All right,
Love
we'll
to check
do that.
it out.
We'll do that interview then.
Okay, yeah. I'm ready.
Looking forward
It's only
to it.
fair. I've done like 10,000 interviews of other people, so it's only fair. I'm due.
Yes.
Well, listen, thanks so much for coming back, and we got more music to play.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome
Thank
back
you.
with, if you would, Angel Snow.